Well, hey folks, my name is Brad, and if you happen to be new to my videos, I search the mountains of Vermont, my metal detector, looking for old treasures lost by the pioneers that settled this state. And today I have been invited out to an incredible property by my new friend Vern, who is over here off camera. Not only is there an old 1870s home here, it's now buried in its ruins, but there was also a tavern here that was somehow involved in the Revolutionary War. Unfortunately, I can't go too deep into the history on that with you, but I am very excited about it, to say the least. Now, if this is one of my first videos that you've seen, I publish one of these every single Friday. So if you like what you see here today, consider hitting that subscribe button, or just come on back next week. I'm gonna get the metal detector out. Vern and I are gonna see what we can find here. So I was just walking along with Vern here, and we were just talking, and I got a pretty good target, 91. We checked it on both machines. I should have turned my camera on earlier, but it appears as though we have a copper coin. It could be absolutely anything because of where we are. So I'm gonna spray it with some isopropyl alcohol. I suspect it's gonna be a large cent, but it might be older than that. Oh, I see it, it's older than a large cent. So what we have is a left-facing bust. This is a British coin.
No kidding. No shit.
So we've got a left-facing bust. And if this is
45.
Oh, it's starting to get exciting here. If it is a George II coin, it's like 1730s to 1760s era. But when the states started making, or the state colonies started making their own coins, late 1780s, a lot of them put a George-like character on the front of their coins, with a Britannia-like character on the back of their coins. And it's hard to believe that, you know, after the American Revolution, why would we still be putting British kings on our coins? And it's just because most of the people that were here, that's just what they were used to seeing on their coins. It's what they trusted. Obviously wanted people to use the coins that were being created here, so they made them look familiar. This one, unfortunately, we can't tell what it is. It does have George II on the front of it, but it could be British, it could be a state coin. In any case, it's very old, 100% from the 1700s. I'm excited, Vern's excited, and I'm sure the landowner is going to be excited. Great find. Got a really scratchy target here. Seems like it's in the 70s. Oh, ooh, I think this is a ring. Well, I have metal detected, probably at this point, well over 100 sites from the 1800s, homes and businesses alike. And finding any kind of jewelry is extremely rare. Folks hung on to that stuff dearly. Try not to lose it as much as possible. And out of the few pieces of jewelry I have found, very few of it is made out of precious metals. It's almost always brass or bronze. And that is what we have here. And based on the size of it, I mean, it could be a very dainty woman's ring, but I'm gonna have to say it's a child's ring, which also is probably part of the explanation of why it's in the ground. Kids happen to lose things a little bit more than adults do. What a cool little pretty find. And rare for me. Old jewelry. Always a treat when you find a piece of it. Great find. Old ring. 77, it's double beeping. Which usually means it's shallow. Looks like a small cent. Ooh, what have we here? Well, for some reason, in this wooded lot that we've been metal detecting in, there seems to be little patches of gravel that are just full of modern pennies. That's what it is. Where this gravel came from, full of pennies. And when I dug this hole, it's a very similar target, and as I started digging, I noticed there wasn't any gravel. And what appeared at first to be a modern penny is, in fact, a token. And I have found several of these in the past. I believe this is going to be an Oliver Boutwell token, but maybe it's something I've never heard of. Let's take a look at it here. Yeah, hopefully you can see that up at the top, around the outer edge. Oliver Boutwell, Miller, Troy, New York. Over the course of the history of the United States, there's been several periods when general stores and other private businesses have created tokens because there was a need for that. This one, though, is just an advertising piece, but it is a token and could have been spent just like a normal penny. Redeemed at my office, 1883. The folks that lived here would have had this in their pocket and more than likely been traveling to Troy, New York every once in a while, but they were not able to redeem this one, unfortunately. Awesome find. $71. Come on, what is that? New coin? I think we might have another coin. It's definitely a coin, a copper. Fortunately, a lot of times they come out like this. It also rang quite low, which leads me to believe it was like in the 70s. A lot of times British coins will be in down that range. Here's the one we found earlier. You can see it's a little undersized, but kind of broken on this edge.
See, this is aluminum can.
Yep.
Almost looks like bone. It wouldn't have set off if you
Aliens, their metal bones. Yeah, we're gonna say it's an old British coin. It's unfortunately nothing on it. I mean, that happens from time to time. Actually, more than from time to time. When these copper coins have been in the ground for a long time, unfortunately, they deteriorate. But there is no even slight indication of a shank, as if this was a button. So we're gonna call this another copper coin. So far, so good. Obviously, you can tell now we are in a wooded portion of this property, somewhat close to the road. But there was an 1870s-ish home here. Optimistic we're gonna find some good stuff here. Let's keep going. I've got a very loud 84 here. What is this? No, oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Look at that thing. Wow, and there's numbers on it.
part of it. Oh, a key.
It's a keyhole escutcheon. It's got a number on it, 8. Man, that is, going on this side, another 8. How cool. So normally when I'll find, keyhole escutcheons, assume maybe like a trunk or a treasure chest.
Right.
But that's a massive key.
That's for a door.
Yeah.
It's for a front door or a back door.
I'd have to assume so. 8. I don't know what the 8s are all about. If that would have been facing out for people to see, or if it was on the inside.
You see, typically, where these holes right here,
Yeah.
they drive their nails in,
Right.
and they'd have a piece of metal on the back side.
And they cinch it over.
When they drove it in, it would peen the other side to
Right.
clinch it.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
because they didn't have nuts washers back then.
Right. And that's actually where I heard the term dead as a doornail came from. Because back then they'd like to reuse their nails.
Right.
But once you've peened them over, it's hard to get them to be back straight again, so
Right.
the nail would essentially be dead. And
Absolutely.
they peened over the nails indoors, dead as a doornail. What a cool find, a personal find. You have to imagine if this was on the front door of a house, somebody was interacting with this thing nearly every day.
One hell of a key.
Yeah, it's
big
one big key, right? Hopefully the key's out here somewhere. Wouldn't that be something? That thing must have been this big. Awesome find.
Boy, we got a lot of area. Look here.
What a cool find. 77. What we got? What in the world are you? Oh, another Oliver Boutwell. Are you kidding me? 2 of them. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. A second Oliver Boutwell token. Excellent. What a surprise. 89. Man, right on the bottom of the hole like that. Another copper. Pretty sure.
Oh, coin?
Yeah.
Cool.
Looks like it's going to be another unidentifiable one, but we'll do our best. Coin spill.
90.
Come on.
92.
Let me check it. 88. Let me dig it up for you. You leave a little tab over here, the grass doesn't die so much. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Turn your camera on.
Oh, it's on.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Do you know what that is?
Silver dollar?
No!
What?
Vern!
What is it?
Are you kidding me? You are gonna flip out. I am flipping out.
Probably.
Holy mackerel. Ready for the date? 1793. Oh, let me get it cleaned off here. Geez, my copper's nothing compared to that. Unbelievable. I would not have believed that unless it actually happened to me. I was in the middle of digging an old copper over here. Vern gets a target that's beautiful, and we have, I think it's a 4 real. Oh, it might be an 8. Are you kidding me? It is an 8 real. Holy mackerel. Smiling. So we've got the date down here, 1793, Carolus the Fourth. So that's Charles the Fourth of Spain. On the back, they spin this way. 8 real, M with a little circle over it, which means this was minted in Mexico City, which means it didn't cross the ocean. This is America's first dollar. This thing is insane. Nobody finds 8 reals, Vern.
Really?
Really.
Well, I guess it was worth getting out of bed, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh. I have found one, and then when I got home, I realized it was actually a counterfeit. Not only is this America's first dollar, but it is also the world's most counterfeited coin of the time. Not today.
But
In the no, this is 100% legit silver.
That's real?
This is
White
the
color?
real deal. It even has writing around the outer edge. Well, it's not
didn't see
writing,
that.
it's a design. But there's a design around the outer edge as well. That is a find
is.
of a year, find of a lifetime for anybody, Vern. And he's out here, not as your first time, but almost. Right? That is a wild find. I dug it up, but he found it with his metal detector. All the credit goes to him. This thing is wild, man. Oh my gosh. It's all right. I went and retrieved my copper here. Who cares what this thing is now, right? After that 8 real. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not gonna get any detail off this out in the field. I'll try to work on it at home and see if we can figure out what it is, but holy cow. 8 reals, hard to beat that. Incredible. Man! All right, folks, well, on that note, unfortunately, it's time to call it quits for the day, but this is absolutely not going to be our last trip here. We've already been invited back by the landowner, and we will most certainly be doing that. Probably starting right here where we found the 8 real. What an absolutely incredible day. I cannot thank Vern enough. He didn't really want to be on camera today, but it seems like we're going to have more adventures together in the future, so we'll try to get him on camera for those future videos. I have everything we both found today out on this plug. Let's take a look at it. All right, folks, well, look at this absolutely insane spread of finds here. In the back, what do we have? 5 buttons, a couple pieces of lead. I speculated maybe this is camp lead from the Revolutionary War activity here. It might just be a random splatter of lead, but I'm gonna hang on to it just in case. This beautiful keyhole cover, a scutcheon. 3 coppers, one of them is for sure a George II or possibly a state coin. The other 2, unfortunately, are very, very smooth. We have 2 Oliver Boutwell general store tokens, 1 tiny little, I'm gonna guess, child's brass ring, And of course, Vern's absolutely insane 8 real Spanish silver, 1793 Mexico City mint mark, America's first dollar. Absolutely wild. All right, folks, so I want to thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Another huge thanks to Vern, who's walking over here right now, for the opportunity to metal detect here. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully I'll see you next week for another new adventure somewhere in the mountains of Vermont, maybe here.